everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a June favorites video, and this is a little bit late, but I have a lot of favorites this month that I am so passionate about that I really enjoyed. So I definitely wanted to still film this video and get these favorites out to you as soon as I could. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, only beauty favorite I have this month is actually this Tarte Beauty Blender. I actually have a whole first impressions video on this, so that I will link down below. But a little update on this beauty blender. I've used it a few more times since that first impressions video, and I really continue to enjoy this beauty blender. Of course, watch that video if you want to know more about it, but it's very nice and squishy, and it makes blending your foundation or concealer or whatever you're using really simple and easy, and the shape makes it really convenient to apply your foundation or CC cream or whatever you're using. So I love this. And then I'll share a fashion favorite. So I guess you could consider this fashion. It is an airy swimsuit. So I got these bottoms in this kind of like light blue, and they have this white like pipe lining detailing, I guess you could call it. And then I got this top that is kind of like a sunflower print with these nice straps, and then again with the white details, and it kind of cinches in the middle just a little bit. And I really like this swimsuit. It's very flattering on, it's very soft material, high quality, and I also really like Aerie's campaign of being Aerie real, and that they're all different body shapes, and that they have all these different body shapes of models, and that they're just kind of like trying to be very accepting of everyone, because let's face it, not everyone has a model body, and that's okay. And if you do have a model body, good for you, girl. But also, if you don't, like, there should be options that will fit you and flatter your body. So I love that. I have also been loving Spotify Premium. So I've been using Spotify for over a year now, and I just recently got Premium. I have always been using the free version, and then they had this special recently. I don't know if it's passed up or not, but they had a promotion that was in the summer. 3 months, each month was 99 cents, and for a student I believe it's $5 per month, which is not a bad deal at all, because I mean, if you think about it, you might be spending $5 on clothing or just random other things, and it's definitely been worth it to have this 99 cents. So I will go, mine will last until August, and then I think I will do the student rate, and that's probably why they do those promotions, so you keep buying it. But it's also so nice. You don't have any ads. You get to add songs to your queue, so what's up next, and you get to do a lot of other things and features, but the main thing that I love is that you can play any song when you want, and that there are no ads. It's been really nice, and I feel like I'm high class right now because I don't have any ads on Spotify. So if the promotion is still out, I would definitely say take advantage of it if you want. And if not, if you're a student, the $5 is not too bad, so I've been loving that. I also have these 3 plants in my room, and I have been redoing a few things in my room. Thumbs up if you want a room tour coming up. But I have these 3 plants, and I've always loved succulents. I got one last summer, but I have these 3 on top of my bookshelf, and I will just open my blinds to give them some sun. And they're very low maintenance. You just have to water them when the soil gets dry. But I'm not the best with plants, so they probably don't look like that great, but I just really like them. I feel like they lighten up the room and liven up the room too. Like they kind of make you happier. I don't know. I feel like there are actually statistics on that, but I do really enjoy having plants in my room, and especially during the summertime, they're probably a lot easier to take care of inside when it's warmer. So yeah, I've been really liking those plants. Another thing I have been loving is One Love Manchester. So I don't know if any of you guys watched this, but it was available on YouTube, and I believe it still is. But Ariana Grande put on One Love Manchester, a concert, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about what was going on with all of that, so I'll just let you guys research that on your own. But this was so great. It was 3 hours long, and I kind of split it up throughout maybe 3 days. And I watched it earlier on, like when it first came out, a few days after it came out. And there were so many different big names that performed at this concert, and you could just really feel the love in this concert. I wasn't even at the concert, I was watching it on YouTube, and I could still just feel the love. I could also feel the pain that Ariana was feeling when she was singing and talking to the audience, but it was just really powerful, and I really enjoyed all the performances. So I know it is 3 hours, but even if you see some of the major clips from it, or you start it and watch an hour of it, I would definitely recommend it because it was really awesome. Another kind of TV thing I've been loving, that's YouTube, but I have been loving Gilmore Girls. So I just started this show with my mom on Netflix, and I know this was a really big show like earlier on. I don't remember when it started, maybe early 2000s or late 90s. I can't remember what it says on Netflix, but it's a great mother-daughter show, and sometimes it is a little bit cheesy, but it's really funny and cute, and I really enjoy it. And another show I've been loving is The Bachelorette, and I know a lot of people hate The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, but I think it's just kind of like funny and entertaining, and if you have the time, like over the summer I've been having a little bit more time, so I have been watching it, and I really do like Rachel. Is Rachel? Yeah, it's Rachel, I believe, is her name this season. And I really like her. I feel like she's actually genuine, and she's just like funny and chill and cool and really intelligent and awesome. So I don't know, I've been enjoying this season. I don't know about you guys, if any of you have been watching this show, but I'm kind of rooting for Dean. I think that they're a really cute match, so we'll see who she ends up with. Another favorite is a YouTuber, and her name is Danielle Marie Coralin, not really sure how to pronounce her last name, but she is so awesome. She is like a year younger than me. She just graduated high school, and she uploads like basically every day, and she is so invested in YouTube, and she's really entertaining to watch, and she also has a lot of variety of different videos. She kind of reminds me of Aspen Ovard a little bit on YouTube, so if you guys are looking for a new YouTuber to watch, I would definitely recommend her. But this is also kind of funny that I ended up watching a new YouTuber, because I've been watching the same YouTubers since probably 2009 or something crazy like that, and I really didn't add a ton or any new YouTubers to my subscriptions or that I watch on a daily basis, and I really like her videos, so definitely check her out. I'll link her down below. I also have been really enjoying yoga this month. I'm actually not joining for July just because I'm going to be on vacation, and I'm doing some spinning right now, which is indoor cycling if you didn't know. But yoga I have really enjoyed. I actually just made a yoga video recently, so I'll link that down below as well. Just things to know before yoga class, but I didn't get to do yoga as much my second semester of college as I wanted to, and just getting back into it for like a month, it was so awesome. It was really just great to do something active and also just feel every muscle in my body, just doing a workout that is also really mindful as well. So I love yoga. If you guys want me to do a video on my yoga experiences, definitely let me know in the comments. So 2 songs I have been loving are Despacito, and this is a little bit like it's starting to fade out on me a little bit, but definitely June I was jamming to this song. It's so catchy, it's really fun, so I'm sure you guys have heard Despacito because it's very popular right now. But also the other song I've been loving is In the Blood by John Mayer, and I have gotten into John Mayer a lot more. Like, I always really liked his music, but my sisters went to his concert and I wasn't able to make it, but I started listening to him in the spring, and you know, listening to his old stuff and his new stuff, and then I have been loving this song called In the Blood. It is just awesome. Like, it's one of those songs that could make you cry, but it's also one of those songs that you could listen on repeat and still just jam to. So if you haven't heard it, I definitely recommend. Okay, and then a movie I really enjoyed this month was Trolls. This is on Netflix, and it's an animated movie. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Disney, but not positive. But it was really funny and cute, And I don't know, I just really still enjoy kid type movies. I just think that they're really fun to watch, so I definitely recommend that if you have Netflix. And then one more show that I forgot to tell you guys about is Girl Boss. So I'm not completely finished with this show, just like I am with Gilmore Girls. I'm not finished with either of those. But Girl Boss is really, really good. It's 13 episodes on Netflix, and you can definitely read about it on their, like, the description or whatever. But it's kind of about this younger woman who is living in the city on her own, and she obviously has some friends down there and a pretty good support system there, maybe not so much with her family, but she's kind of finding her way through life, and she's not really sure what she wants to do yet, but then you kind of see her finding these realizations out and finding what she wants to do with her life. And she starts this business with selling vintage clothing, and you see this business grow for her and you see where it takes her. And I really, really enjoy this show. Sometimes I find that the main character who's starting this business can be a little bit annoying to me. Like, I'm rooting for her, like I want her to be successful, and she is sometimes right, but sometimes she's really stubborn and a little bit immature, so sometimes she does kind of annoy me. But I do really, really like this show. It's really good. I would definitely recommend it. My sister told me about it, so if you're watching, shout out to you. But yeah, I really like this show. Okay, so I know I've been mentioning a lot about like TV shows and media and YouTubers and all that kind of stuff, but I promise, guys, I do read. So I recently read The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes, and if you don't know Shonda Rhimes, she created Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder, and she is so successful. She is awesome, so intelligent. But I heard about this book like probably 3 or 4 years ago because Shonda was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and I watched this episode and they were talking about her book, and I think that's when it came out, probably around like 2013, 2014. So I was watching this episode and I put it in my notes on my phone that I wanted to read this book, and I just never got the chance to read it. And then my sister read it and she was like, yes, you definitely need to read it. So she passed that book along to me, and I finally read it, and I really, really love this book. So it talks a lot about Shonda's life and about how she was kind of finding herself being unhappy and gaining weight, and she was just not super happy with her life. And she and her sister told her at Thanksgiving, you know what, Shonda, you know why you're not happy is because you're always saying no to everything. And she was like, in her head, no, like, you're wrong, what are you talking about? But then she created this Year of Yes. So she actually started to say yes to interviews, and yes to photo shoots, and yes to dinner with a friend, or whatever it may be. And she is also a mother, and she just talks a lot about so many different things, and she is a feminist and so successful. If you'd like me to do a video on feminism, give this video a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments, because I would love to talk about that topic. But it's just a really, really good, and it's an insightful book. It makes you want to go out and do things and change your life and really just be present. And that's what her Year of Yes was being present and doing the things that she really didn't think she would like but ended up loving. So I really enjoyed this book and would recommend. Okay, so my last favorite, I know this video is getting long, but it is a podcast, and it is called Stuff Mom Never Told You. And I've only actually listened to 2 of the podcasts so far, but my sister recommended this podcast to me and has listened to a lot more of them. So I definitely trust her opinion, because even after the 2 I've listened to, I've absolutely loved. During these podcasts, I was internally doing the snaps because I was just agreeing with a lot of what they were saying. And it's one of these things that makes you you maybe think you know quite a bit on the topic that they're discussing or just kind of what their podcast is about, but then I find myself learning so much and finding so many topics that I can definitely talk to people about. Some people may think they're like kind of controversial topics, but honestly, I just feel like they talk about these things in such a calm and respectful way and in such an open-minded way that is just, it doesn't make it feel like uptight or controversial, but that also may be because I feel like I agree with a lot of things that they're saying, but it's kind of about all different topics, but they're two feminist women who are talking about all different topics. The most recent one I listened to was called Marriage versus Ambition. They're kind of discussing how sometimes women are afraid to discuss career goals or their career in general with their significant other, and this may be because they feel that they won't be wanted or they won't be loved if they say that they are very invested in their career or that they want to work more hours than someone may want them to, or just a bunch of different things that they were talking about. And I found it really, really interesting because I could not believe some of those statistics. Like, it is just so crazy and a little bit sad because, you know, it's okay for a woman to be a breadwinner in a family, and it is okay for a woman to be really invested in her career, and awesome that women are successful in their jobs and in the workforce, and I think that that should really be encouraged. And I just really feel like I've been learning even more from listening to this podcast, and it's something that is really easy to do when you're driving or you're cleaning or you're laying out in the sun or whatever, and it's something that really gets your mind thinking. And if you don't think that you're a feminist or you are confused on feminism, great podcast to maybe just see the other side of things and maybe just hear people out without, you know, talking to someone in person and maybe getting in an argument over things. This is something that can maybe just expand your mind a little bit and just hear why these people believe what they believe, and so on and so forth. But anyways, I really love this podcast and would definitely recommend it. Okay, so those are all of my favorites for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it's so long. If you stuck through the end, love ya. Thanks for watching. And if you have any video requests, definitely comment down below. Bye!